Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Artbook Addiction. So, I got a bunch of art books, okay? And I love all of them. Some of them are good, some of them not so good, right? But I want to talk about this one of my favorites, The Ballad of Rango. And it's basically Rango's art book, right? And personally, I love the movie a lot. I think it was a classic that kind of people just dearly pay attention to, right? It's not one of those big Pixar movies, but I felt like it was a classic that kind of just got ignored, right? Personally, I think it's one of my favorite animated films ever, right? And that goes with and it just trumps all of Pixar's shit because they make the same stuff all the time and they always use the same type of, Pixar look, right? But Rango really tried to make things different, right? And in this book, we get to see how that all transpired. So let's get in there. Just a splash page, with the mariachi owls. If you've seen the movie, then you already know these visuals, because these are just cut straight from the film. Yeah, table contents. Yeah, let's get to the good stuff. Come on. Okay, so this is the first initial concept for Rango. And you could already see he's all there, right? He's already been made. His character comes through. These drawings are just really great. They have so much flow and inspiration. And this page, in addition to showing Rango and his first concepts, explain the ideas behind Rango, right? I'm not gonna read them out to you because that's going to take too long. But they do a really good way of explaining their process and the ideas behind everything, right? So here you could see some storyboards, right? And see the way they plan their shots out, right? Standard stuff, but I do love the pencil touch. And here we go. We get a nice shot of some character art. Let me get that highlight out of there. There you go. Yeah, we get some nice character art. This stuff's great. Very inspirational. Does not look like any animated movie you've seen before. And interesting fact, here you go. You can see right here. ILM joins up. This page basically explains that this is ILM's first and only fully animated movie, right? Up until this point, ILM has only done, little side projects, realistic 3D, realistic effects, right? This is the first time they've ever done an animated movie, right? Which is kind of the reason why Rango has such a unique look, right? A blend of realism and fantasy, right? A cartoonish look with realistic texture, right? Which is what Island's really good at, Here we go, get some emotion boards, right? Yeah. Look at that. That's a memorable shot from the movie, huh? So yeah, let's skip. I don't want to show too much and get copyright. They talk about the snake. Oh, yeah, here we go. Look at that. This is all pencil work, too. This is all colored pencil. Looks fantastic. And like I said, I feel like this art book has a really good combination of information and art, right? So, you get the concept, you get the ideas, and, you get a little bit of text telling you what it was about, what they were trying to do. And that's always good, You get a holistic experience when it comes to the art, right? Look at that. Cactus spirits. Love that shit. Here we go. Just great character designs, you know? Really grungy, like, Western feeling. Like, look at that guy, dude. He's gross, dude. But I love him, dude. Mr. Fergus? Yeah. It just doesn't look like any other animated film. Like, look how ugly this guy is, dude. But I love him, dude. Because he's ugly, dude. Look at that pickle, dude. Look at that skin, dude. Look at that texture. Look at that belly, dude. Is that a Pixar belly? I don't fucking think so. Yeah. Look at that, dude. You expect to see this in Zootopia, dude? Okay? Hell no, dude. A concubine, dude? Nah. El Guapo. These are great. Let me skip over. Yeah, so just some more character designs. There was a page I wanted you guys to see. Let me go back. It's the page with all the enemies. This is great, great page. Look at this. Look at this shit, dude. All high quality stuff. Where is it? Oh, wow. Look at this page. I can't believe I missed this. So yeah, dude, this art book has it all. It's got environments, it's got sketches, it's got full paintings, you know, it's got character design, it's got environment design. I forgot what I was looking for. Oh yeah, the villain page. Here we go. Yeah, look at these guys, dude. The mole guys? Look at this fucker, dude. This looks like it's out of some Lovecraftian story, dude. This does not belong in an animated kids movie, dude. Look at this guy, dude. Jedediah. Look at that. Lasso rodent, dude. So yeah, this movie, it's not like other movies, okay? It had a different vision, it had a different idea, and one of my favorite parts about this book is how they explain how, like, initially it just started off as, like, a small idea, right? And became something that someone really, really wanted to do. And they actually got a bunch of artists, musicians, creators, right? And they all just sat in this Southern California house, right? And they came up with all the ideas together and worked together and built it all in one little spot, coming up with the world, right? And I feel like that's kind of the dream artist situation, right? You know, working with people that you really want to work with on an idea that you find fascinating equally. Look at that. Here we go. Here we get some environment concepts. I love these ideas, like using the gasoline can as part of the solution, you know, using found objects to kind of give it scale and also believability, right? Look at that. The dentist, you got some giant human dentures, right? Just it'll and it gives the scale just perfectly for what you want. So you know exactly what size these animals are, right? These are fantastic. Here we go. Here's the thing that you want to see. Here we go. The outhouse, the Pepto-Bismol Outhouse. That's just genius, okay? That's just good concepting because everybody knows Pepto-Bismol. Everyone knows what that little moon sign is, right? And so it's like, it's easy to tell exactly what it is just by looking at it. Easily readable. That's always good stuff. Look, cantina made from a tequila bottle, I believe. Look at that. It's perfect. It just fits within itself. Here we go. This is the part where they're going through the caves, looking for the source of the people who took their water. Look at this shot, dude. And look at the scale between them and this eye. That would be bigger than a human. I love how they play with scale in this movie. It's so great. Look at that. Look at the mood. Look at the mood of that. You know, and if you look closely, it's not very detailed, you know? It's still rough, right? When you pull back, it all comes together. It all makes sense, okay? And that's what you want out of art, right? You don't need to fidget over every detail. Just make sure it works. Here we go. We got just info. My one issue with this is just a pet peeve, but you know, I don't really like having too many shots from the movie, like, you know, in place of art, right? But I feel like this book does a good balance, so it's not really that big of a deal because, like, you could see, look at this painting. It's a little dark, but all that mood is there. It's great. Let me see if I could. Yeah. Great shot from the movie. Yeah, like I was saying, you know, having too many shots in the movie usually is a detriment to an art book, in my opinion. But I think this book does a great way of balancing both, right? I never have a problem with it. If anything, it's just like trying to add context to what you're looking at, right? And then they give you the art as well. So, it doesn't bother me. Look at that. Showing you how they did it. Love the shot from the movie. Great stuff. Talk about the dream sequences. Let's skip over some of this. Saloon. Oh, here we go. The bat sequence, okay? One of the like the highlight of the movie in my eyes, right? This huge action sequence. You have Rango in a dress, okay? Flying through the air, there's music going around. This is just a great moment. And to see that the art really captures the pandemonium of that moment is like, you know, you're like, how do they think of these things? How do they get inspired? And it's like, well, here it is in one image, okay? And then people can just expand on that. That's how art is made. That's how films are made. They use the art, they use the inspiration, and then they put it into the movie. Look at that. And they really emphasize in this movie the idea of identity. You know, what is the self? You know, who am I, right? And sometimes in this movie, what you really got to realize is that sometimes you just got to move. Sometimes you just got to act, and then everything will just fall into place on its own. And maybe that is what's you after all, right? Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. This is great. Look at the motion of that. Yeah. Just great colors. Great art book, honestly. And let's see. Here we go. I don't want to show too much, even though I've obviously shown way too much already. But here we go. We got the hero shot. That is the cover of the book, right? Big moment in the movie. Right here. And this book is fantastic. You know, I think, you know, as an art book, I think it does everything it needs to. Okay. It has information. It has, what do you call it? Stuff from the movie, right? Put into context, information about how it was made, right? And we got great art, which is, I think, a very big plus. The main plus, right? The reason you get an art book is the art great. The art is great, you know? And it's all done with pencil, which just gives it that extra bit of life, right? That you don't really get from digital drawings, right? Of course, we got some digital stuff, you know, like back here, you know, like this shot. This is obviously not a painting or anything. This is all digital, right? It could be just a photo straight up, you know. But, you know, stuff like this is digital. This is all digital. This is a 3D rendering, you know. But that's okay because they're just showing it as a part of the process. You know, they obviously started with this nice, you know, colored pencil, and then they moved into more digital stuff. You know, so it all just works together. Now, I've been talking about a lot of positive stuff about this book. I'm going to start with some of the negatives, right? And this book, I love this book. I think it's fantastic, right? There's only one major issue with this book, okay? And I want to show it to you right now, okay? So when I was reading reviews of this book, you know, I got this book very cheap online, right? I think it was great, you know, but as much as I love this art book, I want to give it like a perfect score and shit, right? There's one flaw, and it's right here. You see that right there? You see that? Those pages, they're all loose. And this is a flaw that happened, I guess, in the manufacturing process, right? Where this adhesive, look at this. You can fit your finger in there. It's not sticking. So these pages are all floating right now, right? The only thing that's holding them together is the fact that there's, you know, the stitching in between, right? But, you know, if I were to go like this, that book is going to fall, all the pages are going to fall out, you know? Look at it. You could tell by this binding. See how it's stretched like that, right? That's how you know the pages aren't lining up in the book, right? That's why I could get such flat angles. Right? It's stretching, right? And that's no good, right? But besides that, I would totally recommend this book. You know, let's get back on the hero shot. Yeah, I would totally recommend this book. It's cheap, you know, you could get it used, and in that way, like, you could justify the damage that it's naturally caused. Like, all the books have this flaw, which is a shame because I love this art book. I think it would be a perfect art book besides that. But, you know, you can buy it cheap now. So I totally recommend getting this book. All right, thanks for watching.